The story begins with a scholar being accompanied by two women at a giseng house. One of the women tells him that the giseng house is currently noisy because the new scholars are holding a welcoming party.
나으리도 성균관에서 구미호에게 걸리는 건 아닌지 심려됩니다.
She also shares a rumor that has been circulating recently about a fox monster that seduces men and then takes their liver. The man named Shin becomes afraid to return to the giseng house. For him, beautiful women could only be found there. The two women blush at Shin's flirtation, and then it's revealed that Shin is actually a gumiho, a fox human. Despite being born as a lowly beast, Shin dreams of becoming human. The gods grant his wish, but with a condition. Shin must turn his red marble blue using human energy. He must complete this before 1,000 years pass, or he will grow 9 tails. And there, Shin chooses one of the women to gather energy into his red marble. He will later erase her memory so that she doesn't remember what Shin has done.
이치를 깨우쳐 붉은 구슬이 생길 것이고 금수가 인간이 되리라. 길을 넘기기 전에 인간의 정기로.
After that, Shin leaves. He wonders about the gumiho rumors he heard earlier. He lives through the ages, collecting human energy in his red marble from women. For him, it's an endless cycle of repetition.
앞으로도 이렇게
On the other side, a beautiful woman named Dam is wearing traditional Joseon royal attire. She is very excited to play the role of a queen. Her friend reminds Dam that their purpose in coming there is just to write about the Joseon dynasty.
잊을만 하면 나타나는 어인 연유로 옥류를 비추시는 것이.
오늘 미세먼지 너무 심한데?
왜 내가 무술 옷을 입어? 나 가혹하네. 공부는 잊지 말자고.
예, 10,000원이나 내 거늘. 무술이야, 같이 가자꾸나.
That night, Dam hangs out with her friends. One of her male friends, Jae-jin, is heavily drunk, depressed after being dumped by his girlfriend.
야, 울긴 왜 울어? 그냥 길 가다가.
보고 싶어.
호구 같은 게 맨날 간쓰게 다 빼주고.
재진아 이 나쁜 계집애. 돌아와 내 나의 곁인.
Another friend of Dam's leaves early. Dam is forced to take Jae-jin home by herself. She struggles to carry him and ends up falling. While groaning in pain, Jae-jin suddenly runs and ends up on top of Shin's Ferrari. Dam, seeing this, becomes anxious, especially when Jae-jin vomits on the luxury car's windshield. But Shin forgives him because Dam is a student. Dam is so charmed that she thinks Shin is an angel.
저 혹시 차주분이신가요? 죄송합니다. 내려와. 야, 진짜. 이거 야, 하지 마세요. 제 연락처 드릴 테니까 변상은
학생이죠.
친 건데 그건
괜찮으니까 그냥 가요.
아, 그럼 정말 감사합니다.
Suddenly, Dam nearly falls, and Shin catches her. Accidentally, Shin's red marble drops and enters Dam's body. Instantly, Dam faints. Shortly afterward, Dam regains consciousness. She realizes she is in Shin's house.
아, 어제 그 빨간 차 차주분? 여기 있는 거예요?
못 깨어나길래 한우섭.
Shin tells Dam that his red marble fell and entered her body. For her own safety, he asks her to stay with him temporarily until the marble can be removed.
당분간 같이.
동거를 하자고요? 아, 이 사람 진짜 보자 하니까.
Shin also tells her that he is a gumiho, but Dam doesn't believe him. Finally, Shin reveals his true form. Shocked, Dam faints once again. Soon after, Dam wakes up again and sees Shin standing in front of her. Dam looks terrified. Shin goes to the kitchen to make her a cup of tea, but Dam immediately escapes from the house. On her way, Dam feels like someone is following her. She quickens her pace. Panic increases, and she struggles to open her house door. Eventually, she manages to get inside and quickly locks the door. But someone starts forcing the door open, and Dam becomes more frightened, until she realizes it's her younger brother.
왜 이래? 너라니 밥 먹으려고 전선을 다 했구만.
야, 같이 가!
Dam is confused whether or not she should tell her brother. But either way, She remains deeply scared after encountering a gumiho.
아, 진짜.
That night, Dam's brother is startled to find her standing in front of him. He's annoyed that Dam keeps following him around. Eventually, Dam confesses that she met a gumiho and wants her brother to shoot it with his bow. But instead, Dam's brother points the bow at her, asking her to leave his room and stop bothering him. Dam steps out and realizes that no one is going to believe her.
구미호는 왜 이렇게 잠잠해?
The next day, Dam lamented her fate. The world was so peaceful, yet she had to encounter a gumiho. Suddenly, a man sitting in front of Dam touched her. Dam suddenly felt pain in her stomach. The red marble inside her body reacted, causing her the pain.
똥인가?
여자분 화장실 급하시대요. 네, 감사합니다.
When she arrived at campus, Dam looked unwell. Suddenly, her friend dressed in a soldier's uniform approached her and hugged her from behind. Once again, Dam felt an excruciating pain, which eventually caused her to faint. Meanwhile, Shin seemed to sense what was happening to Dam and began to worry about her. Suddenly, he received a call from his friend. Shin then met his friend, who was also a gumiho, at the police station. The friend asked Shin to use his magic to erase the memories of people involved in his problem. Shin asked why he didn't use his own magic, but it turned out the friend could no longer use magic because he had become human 4 years ago. Shin and his friend continued their conversation at a restaurant. Shin's friend kept boasting about his success in becoming human. However, Shin mocked him back, saying that he still did not fully understand what it meant to be human. His friend pointed out that Shin had not succeeded in becoming human because he was too selective in gathering human energy. It was then revealed that Shin's friend was the gumiho rumored to eat his victims' livers.
소문이 안 날 수가 없는 인물.
한 번 빠지면 간이고 목 도성을 소문이 파다하더군.
Shin advised him not to do that anymore, but his friend refused. He told Shin not to interfere in his affairs, and also advised him not to be arrogant toward women, as it could drive them away. For Shin, however, absorbing energy from a woman he did not like felt disgusting. The scene returned to the present. Shin then ended their conversation because he sensed that someone wanted to meet him. In short, Shin returned home and was surprised to see Dam suddenly visiting him. Dam told him that she felt pain in her stomach and realized it might be caused by the red marble she had swallowed. Shin then explained that it was not the marble itself, but rather a reaction that occurred when a human with his red marble came into contact with someone born in the year of the tiger. Since tigers are natural enemies of foxes, the same effect applied to their energy. Another bad thing was that Shin was born in an unlucky year, making him the only male gumiho. However, Shin assured her that she would be fine as long as she stayed by his side. Shin touched Dam to prove it, and suddenly blue energy radiated from the red marble in her body, shocking him.
전 구슬 빼기 전까진
통증이 사라져요. 그래서 같이 지내자고 했던 거예요?
That night, Dam packed her clothes. Her younger sibling was puzzled by Dam's decision to leave home so suddenly. Dam had trouble explaining, but assured her sibling that everything she was doing was for her. When about to say goodbye, Dam asked her sibling to contact her often. Dam was afraid that she might not survive. Naturally, her sibling was confused by her words since she was only leaving for work. They then suggested that Dam buy a self-defense tool. In short, Dam arrived at a self-defense store. At first, she only bought an electric stun device. However, after seeing the news about a woman whose liver was mysteriously taken, Dam also bought pepper spray.
분사하면 최대 6시간까지 곧
마치 장기를 파헤친 듯 복부와
장기라뇨?
뭔가 목적이 있으니까.
Finally, Dam arrived at Shin's house and was startled by the sudden appearance of a cat. Dam then tiptoed into Shin's house, only to be surprised when she saw Shin watching her from the window. But in an instant, Shin was already standing in front of her. He admitted that he had used his teleportation ability. It turned out he only wanted to help carry Dam's bag. Once again, Dam was impressed by Shin's kindness. When she entered the house, Dam accidentally dropped the self-defense tools she had bought. She was at a loss for what excuse to give, worried that Shin might realize she suspected him.
스프레이도 있네요.
Dam claimed they were gifts for him, saying her grandmother had taught her always to bring a gift when staying over at someone's house. When about to sleep, Dam heard something. She immediately got up to check and was shocked to see Shin outside holding a sharp sickle. Dam quickly left her room but became even more frightened when she saw fresh blood dripping from the freezer. She grew even more scared when Shin was suddenly behind her. Shin explained that he had only been cutting trees. As a fox, he was a nocturnal creature and had to do such things at night. Shin also approached the freezer and told her the blood came from cow's blood, claiming that the supermarket staff hadn't packaged it properly.
근데 다미 씨,
After that incident, Dam grew even more worried about whether she could sleep. However, she ended up sleeping very soundly. Shin even had to wake her up. Dam quickly got out of bed, still suspicious that Shin was pretending to be nice while planning to target her liver. But instead, Shin had prepared tea that was good for her liver, leaving Dam confused once again. After that, Shin told her he had bought some food. He had to buy a lot because he didn't know what Dam liked. Not only that, Shin also said he would pay Dam's tuition fees. Dam was shocked when she saw the money Shin sent. She seemed happy, but her joy faded as she remembered the reality of having to live with a gumiho. Not long after, Shin called her. He told her he would be going to Singapore to attend a book publishing event. Shin then transformed himself into a middle-aged man, startling Dam. He explained that he didn't want his appearance to attract too much attention.
정말 다재다능하시네요. 제가
After her lecture, Dam was invited by her friends to go to a club. Dam refused because she didn't have time for that, but her friends kept insisting. Eventually, Dam agreed to go. That night, Dam's friends were shocked by her stylish appearance. They were amazed because Dam was wearing a luxurious outfit.
이 클럽이야 출근 시간.
Then they went into the club. Once inside, Dam accidentally dropped her phone, and a man picked it up for her. The man turned out to have been born in the year of the tiger. He began flirting with Dam. Dam couldn't fight back because she felt weak from the reaction of Shin's red marble. The man then led Dam away from there. Meanwhile, Shin also sensed something bad happening to Dam. He tried calling her, but there was no answer. The scene returned to Dam being taken away by the man born in the year of the tiger. Dam tried hard to make her body move, but she was too weak. Suddenly, a man walked toward them. It was Shin. He immediately hugged Dam. The man born in the year of the tiger asked who Shin was. Shin replied that he was Dam's friend, but the man asked for proof. Shin then called Dam's number, which was in the man's possession, and asked why he had her phone. The man claimed to be her friend. Shin immediately asked what Dam's name was, but the man couldn't answer. Shin then snatched Dam's phone and walked away, though the man still tried to stop him. Shin quickly threw the man aside with his strength. Not long after, Dam regained consciousness, but pretended to still be unconscious in front of Shin. Shin knew she was awake
뭐 따뜻한 거 좀 시켜줄까요?
and offered her cake. Without thinking, Dam asked for tiramisu. After things calmed down, Dam admitted that she had actually hoped Shin would scold her for going to a nightclub and making him come all that way to save her. But Shin didn't. For him, the most important thing was that Dam and her marble were safe.
그래도 앞으로는
Shin then revealed that he knew Dam was afraid of him, so he simply asked her not to be afraid anymore. After all the events and misunderstandings, Dam finally truly stopped fearing Shin. After that, their relationship grew closer, with no more fear in Dam's heart. They walked together. When suddenly Shin blocked Dam from a man, telling her that the man had been born in the year of the tiger. Dam then asked if Shin could take out the marble. Shin told her he would find out, as no human could hold it for too long. Dam asked how long a human could survive with the marble, and Shin told her they could only last a year. However, Shin suddenly stopped, making Dam confused. She confirmed again and asked what would happen if the marble wasn't removed within a year. Shin told her she would die. Dam was shocked to hear this.
죽는다고요.
Shin then teleported Dam to his house. He reassured Dam that they still had 1 year of time. He would try to find a way to take out the marble.
아주 여유가 넘치시네.
In short, Dam was seen walking home with Jae-jin in a very drunk state.
너도 꽤 좋은 놈이니까.
When Jae-jin left first, Dam felt nauseous. She pounded her chest until she vomited something. Dam immediately remembered the red marble. She was very happy because she thought she had finally expelled the marble. Excitedly, Dam immediately went to see Shin and told him that she had successfully removed the marble. Now she wouldn't die within a year. Shin then checked it and told Dam that it was just a bitten candy. Dam was disappointed again. However, she started feeling more nauseous. She noticed the celadon jar there. Shin remembered that it was made by his teacher who created national treasures. Shin then used his telekinesis power to make the objects float. Dam thought she was hallucinating. Shin then opened the toilet door so that Dam could vomit in the toilet. The next day, Shin prepared an agreement. He wrote down 3 rules that Dam had to follow.
신우야, 이야 갑이라 표시.
First, Dam was forbidden to have direct contact with men born in the year of the tiger. Second, Dam was not allowed to get drunk for the sake of her health, because Shin's marble was also vulnerable to illnesses Dam experienced. Third, Dam was forbidden to eat fried chicken. Dam protested, saying that with the first rule she wouldn't even know who was born in the year of the tiger, meaning she would have to avoid all men. She also disagreed with the second and third rules. With only 1 year left to live, she would have to endure misery without being able to eat her beloved fried chicken. Shin told her that chicken blood was believed to ward off bad luck, and it affected his fox energy. While at campus, Dam was almost hit by a car. The owner of the car was Shin Woo, one of the students from the 2017 class. He was known as a playboy who had dated 20 girls. Jae-jin knew him because he was his research project partner. While walking, Dam was called by Shin Woo, who intended to return Dam's fallen jacket. Dam remembered that Shin Woo was from the 2017 class, which meant he was born in the year of the tiger. Dam told Shin Woo to put the jacket on the ground. Shin Woo was very confused. Dam then carefully took her jacket and immediately left. Shin Woo found Dam's behavior strange. While trying to avoid direct contact with men, Dam accidentally almost fell. One of her friends tried to help her, but Dam avoided him. However, her friend still managed to catch her, preventing her from falling. Dam was surprised because there was no reaction at all. It turned out that her friend was born in the year of the rabbit, even though he was from the 2017 class, because he was born earlier. Her friend then invited Dam to a general gathering. Dam immediately refused because she was avoiding drinking, but when her friend told her that they would be eating meat, Dam instantly agreed to join. In short, the general gathering began. However, Dam was faced with chicken meat. She was very annoyed. She then thought about tasting a little, but ended up canceling it.
안 죽을래요.
Meanwhile, Shin Woo was watching Dam. He then approached her and wanted to join them. Instantly, Dam wanted to leave, but her friend stopped her. In the end, Dam sat back down with Shin Woo beside her.
재진이 동기야?
네, 최시경입니다.
넌 안 마셔?
제가 신장...
When Shin Woo tried to touch Dam's shoulder, Dam avoided it. Shin Woo tried again, but Dam kept dodging.
이 선배 뭐야? 나한테 왜 이래?
Eventually, Shin Woo left to answer a phone call. When heading home, Dam met Shin Woo again. Not paying attention to the road, Dam almost got hit by a bicycle. Shin Woo tried to help her, but Dam avoided him, causing her to fall. Shin Woo began to suspect that Dam was deliberately avoiding him. When she arrived home, Dam told Shin that she felt tormented. She had been at a gathering with chicken dishes in front of her, while she was the only one eating celery and macaroni. However, Shin couldn't understand her, because he didn't eat chicken.
누구도 못 먹는 고통스러운 심장을.
전 닭을 안 먹으니까요.
Dam then said it was like forcing Shin to quit smoking. Shin claimed he would be fine if he had to quit smoking, but Dam doubted it. She then challenged Shin to truly stop smoking, and proposed an agreement just like he did. Shin was to follow 3 rules.
이하 갑이라 표시. 을은 갑의 구슬과 목숨을.
First, he had to report his research on removing the marble from Dam's body. Second, he was not allowed to give Dam cold stares. And third, he was to quit smoking.
내 사항을 준수함. 보고할 걸 만들기 위해서라도 솔직히 구미호라는 특성상 미소를 사인해 주시겠어요?
Dam didn't force Shin to accept the agreement, as long as she was allowed to eat chicken. However, Shin confidently signed the agreement. After class, Dam saw a light coming from the basement. Suddenly, a cat startled her, causing her phone to fall in front of the basement door. Dam went to pick it up. Suddenly, curiosity struck her about what was inside the basement. She entered, but ended up locked in. she saw Shin approaching and felt frightened.
죄송해요. 금방 나갈게요.
Shin asked what she was doing. Dam told him she was locked inside and asked him to let her out. However, Shin was also locked in. He knew the doorknob was broken, so he had wanted to fix it. He had even propped the door with a block of wood, but the block fell when Dam pushed her way in.
죄송해요. 괜히 저 때문에. 혹시 그럼 저희는 어떻게 나가야 되나?
Shin then borrowed Dam's phone to call a repairman. He also explained that he couldn't teleport there because teleportation would cause waves, and he didn't want his valuable items to be broken by the teleportation waves.
네, 여기 삼청동 78에 12번. 아, 그리고 전등동은 나갈 것 같아. 저쪽에 밝게 해줄 뭔가가 있어.
After that, Shin invited Dam to see his collection. It turned out Dam understood historical artifacts and seemed happy to see Shin's collection. Shin was able to obtain those items because he had lived in those eras. He had once been a scientist and even joined the military.
과학자면 완전 엘리트셨네요. 무간도하셨구나. 어쩐지 저기 어렸을 때부터 사극 보는 거?
Dam envied Shin for being able to live in many different eras. It turned out Shin had been alive for 999 years. However, for Shin, a long life felt like nothing. Dam seemed to understand his feelings and quickly changed the subject.
언제부터요?
임진년 때
그럼 담배를 400년 넘게 피우시 제가 뭐라고 그 400년 습관을 따지고 보면 고주할아버지 고주할아버지. 와 예쁘다.
마음에 들면 가져도 좋아요.
That night, Dam saw an ad for her favorite boiled chicken. She was startled when Shin caught her watching it. She immediately told him she could endure a year without eating chicken, then went to her room. Suddenly, Shin took the initiative to cook for Dam. He made boiled chicken as in the ad, but used duck meat instead. Shin then gave it to Dam, who was very happy and immediately tried it. However, Shin's cooking was not tasty. Dam tried to lie so as not to hurt his feelings, but was caught when Shin wanted to serve her more. Feeling guilty, Shin decided to buy Dam some food instead.
맛없구나.
그냥 참고 먹을 거 그랬나?
After washing the dishes, Dam suddenly felt stomach cramps and quickly went to the toilet. However, she had a problem because her toilet was clogged. She kept trying to flush it, but it still wouldn't drain. At the same time, Shin Woo contacted her. He wanted to return her money and asked to meet, but Dam refused because she was busy. She asked Shin Woo to just transfer the money. Curious, Shin Woo asked what she was busy with. Dam told him she was trying to fix a clogged toilet and then asked for his help to fix it.
빨리 자원의 귀여운 문제가 아니다.
Finally, Shin Woo guided Dam over the phone. Thanks to his instructions, the toilet finally flushed. Dam was very happy. This time, she agreed to meet Shin Woo and even offered to treat him.
이 와중에 진짜 뚫는 거였어?
Suddenly, Dam remembered Shin. She quickly went out to meet Shin, who had just arrived. Dam asked Shin to check her marble, worried that it might have come out when she went to the toilet. Shin smiled upon hearing this and told her that nothing was wrong with her marble. Dam was greatly relieved. Late at night, Shin dreamed about his past when he was in the military. He immediately woke up, looking shaken by the experience, and went outside to clear his mind. Not long after, Dam approached him, saying she couldn't sleep and had decided to go outside.
그냥 좀 힘들어 보여서 걱정돼가. 자신이 얼마나 오랜 세월을 살았는지 괜히 저 때문인 것 같아서 미안하기도 하고요.
Shin then remembered seeing Dam saddened by the fact that she only had 1 year to live. He also recalled his fellow gumiho's words, doubting whether Shin still truly wanted to become human. He was surprised that Dam had been able to change him, because in truth, Shin already knew how to remove the marble. At that moment, Shin called Dam and told her that she could go back, saying he would consider everything that had happened as just a dream. Shin then moved to kiss her. Suddenly, the marble in Dam's stomach emitted a blue light. Seeing this, Shin immediately pulled back. Unaware of what had happened, Dam asked to return, but Shin took her hand again and hugged her tightly.